Over the weekend of Saturday the 13th and Sunday the 14th of September 2008, Yasmine and Sabrina did not phone their family as was their usual practice. Yasmine's twin brother was so concerned that on Monday the 15th of September 2008 the apartment was entered and the police subsequently called at 5:39 p.m. The bodies of Yasmine and Sabrina were discovered on single beds in the bedroom of the apartment. There was heavy blood staining around the apartment. Yasmine died as a result of a stab wound to her back, and Sabrina died as a result of stab wounds to her chest. A murder investigation under the name Operation Poseidon was immediately launched with detectives from Birmingham Steelhouse Lane Operational Command Unit and also the Major Investigation Unit. As I said, CCTV that was recovered from the scene shows Ali leaving his flat in the Snow Hill Centre on Sunday the 14th of September 2008 at 11:10 a.m. He's seen to enter the Jupiter complex, as we've seen, at 12:21 p.m, leaving at 1:06 p.m. When he leaves, as I've said, he is shown in a different pair of clothes, and he's actually wearing a pair of the girls' jeans. He returns to the Snow Hill Centre at 1:38 p.m, and it's during that first period of time that he murdered both Yasmine and Sabrina. Ali returned to the girls' apartment at 6:46 p.m. on Sunday the 14th of September, which again was shown, and returned to the Snow Hill Centre at 7:15 p.m. Mohamad Ali was identified at an early stage as a person of interest as a result of the previous allegations made by Yasmine. His identity was circulated as wanted for questioning. He was located at 8:10 a.m. on Tuesday the 16th of September 2008 at Dover Docks, trying to board a ferry for France. In summary, Yasmine and Sabrina were two young, beautiful and talented girls, clever, ambitious and determined, who had their whole lives ahead of them. The girls were murdered in the most brutal and horrific way in their own home by a man whom Yasmine had trusted. The injuries inflicted by Ali on Yasmine and Sabrina were both violent and sadistic. He left behind an unimaginable scene of carnage and destruction. It did, however, present the investigation team with valuable forensic evidence, which has today led to the conviction of Mohamad Ali for these terrible murders. I believe that Ali is a violent, evil and controlling man who had no respect for Yasmine during their relationship. His attack on the girls was completely depraved, with some form of sexual act taking place after their deaths. From what I have learnt during the course of this investigation, I believe that Mohamad Ali is a monster. Throughout, Ali has refused to accept full responsibility for these brutal murders, and as a result, Yasmine and Sabrina's family have had to additionally endure the disturbing detail that has been presented at his trial. At no stage has he shown any remorse or sorrow for what he has done. Ultimately, he refused to come from his prison cell and attend court, failing even to complete his own evidence under cross-examination. Today's result will see Ali spending a lifetime in prison. Although perhaps little consolation for the family, I'm thankful that this man has been caught and convicted. He will not have the opportunity to do this to somebody else.
We are relieved that the monster who took away our girls' lives in such a brutal and barbaric manner has today been found guilty of their murder. As parents and brothers have murdered Yasmine and Sabrina, sitting through this trial and having to watch and hear lies and denials from the defendant, who has failed to show any kind of remorse for the pain and suffering he has caused, has been incredibly difficult. Yasmine's only mistake was her refusal to submit to such an abusive, vicious and evil individual, while Sabrina's was her brave attempt to stop this monster from killing her sister. This verdict will not bring back our angels, but it will ensure that this barbaric killer will be placed behind bars for a very long time, and that he will never get the chance to inflict any such suffering on any other family. We will forever be proud of our two angels, Yasmine and Sabrina. We will love you forever and miss you every single minute of every day.
Yeah, what we know is that victims of rape and domestic abuse are very often subject to controlling and violent relationships. We know that in this case Yasmine had been in such a relationship, and as the victim we offered her counselling, support and guidance as we would with any other victim. In general terms, I would say to anybody who is a victim of this type of crime, you will get support, you will get as much help that we can provide to you, and I would encourage anybody who is in this type of relationship and subject to this type of crime to come forward and support and report it to the police in knowledge that they will get that support and guidance.